What's going on, guys? JSkeleton with Brandon from Today, coming at you with another tech unboxing, my friends. Today we're going to be unboxing the Corsair MM800C. The C means it's the cloth edition. It's the RGB Polaris Mousepad, if you will. Now, the funny thing about this, quick little story, is I actually got the hard one. I didn't realize it was the hard one because I ordered from Best Buy. They only had one, and I just assumed, I guess. Stupid me. They didn't have the C version in stock, cloth version. So I got it. I did an unboxing video. I may or may not include snippets of that in this in this video. What I will say is, because I did try it before returning it, I will be able to give you guys a little bit of my personal thoughts, but again, it's subjective, right? It's like anything. It's like the shape of a mouse. It's subjective. You might prefer a cloth mouse pad. Another person might prefer a hard mouse pad. What I will say is, from experience and from research, it seems that a lot of people say a hard mouse pad is better for speed. Excuse me. So if you're playing MOBAs, maybe might be good, or MMOs, it might be good for something like that. But if you're playing like an FPS, maybe a hard mouse pad's not ideal. And then a cloth mouse pad is typically better for precision. Excuse me. I'm still getting over a little bit of a cold here. I apologize. So the cloth mouse pads are typically a little bit better for FPS and better for precision because there's a little bit more friction, so you don't overshoot your targets, things like that. Again, it's personal preference. I mean, there's people that use hard mouse pads for FPS. The majority of people that play FPS do use cloth, and FPS is kind of my main thing. I'm not going to be, a hardcore pro League of Legends player anytime soon. I play it for fun, but I'm not, gonna try to go hardcore at it. Anyway, so that's why I got cloth. Now, that aside, like I said, it's up to you to really decide which one best suits you. If you want a faster mouse pad, the hard one is like super buttery smooth. I tried it, it's super silky. That said, this cloth one I heard is also silky. So really quick, excuse me, it says there's a textile weave kind of cloth surface, if you guys can see it right there. It has the built-in USB pass-through. There are 15 different zones, like specific, man, tongue twister, zones that light up RGB. The only thing that's kind of annoying is that little thing on the back there, which is the USB pass-through. That's gonna be a little bit annoying because it's kind of in the middle. It would have been nicer if it was off to the side, because it might get in the way of the cord of the mouse. That said, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal, but we'll see. Excuse me. Yeah, am I missing anything? It's 350 millimeters by 260 millimeters by 5 millimeters. I apologize if you hear my daughter. She's not happy today. She's getting over a cold as well, unfortunately. But yeah, the RGB is sick, and also any Corsair RGB equipment that you have will go great with this. It'll sync together, so that's also great. We're gonna unbox it here. We're gonna open it up in this weird manner so you guys can see what it looks like when you unbox it. It's very simplistic. It's not a crazy unboxing, to be honest. You pull the mouse pad out, and then underneath you have the cable that's kind of tucked in this little plastic that you just got to pull out, the USB cable. So you take that out. There's the manuals and stuff. You guys want to read that? That's literally all that's in the box. I gotta show you guys this. On the back, there's actually some really nice rubber feet, some texturized rubber feet to stop it from sliding around and stuff like that. There's this plastic that you just kind of peel off, covering it. So we're gonna toss that aside. There's some plastic covering these things too and stuff. You guys are gonna probably want to take off. So we're gonna take off this one. Daughter's really not happy today, man. Really not happy. Not a happy camper. Maybe fellow parents can understand. Understand. The cool thing is that my Corsair, my keyboard is a Corsair K95 and has a USB pass-through. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally plug this in to the back. I might actually leave this plastic on right here. So the cool thing is my keyboard is actually a Corsair K95, so it's going to sync well with this. My mouse is not a Corsair. I got a Logitech. It's also RGB, but it's not going to sync. The RGB is not going to sync. The cool thing is the RGB, like, if you have, like, say, a wave going from left to right, it would go left to right from your keyboard through your mouse pad and restarting the keyboard. That's the kind of cool thing about it. And if you had a mouse, it'd go through the mouse as well. The cloth, I don't know if you guys can see, it's kind of sealed very nicely on the edges there. I don't think there's going to be any problems with it kind of like lifting up at any point. I hope not, especially considering it's a very nice mouse pad, RGB, and not that cheap, to be honest with you guys. Thankfully, I got it on sale. But like I was saying, because I got the K95 Corsair, keyboard, which also has a USB pass-through. I might just leave this plastic thing on and just kind of, you know, to try to cable manage a little bit, and plug this into the back of my keyboard. So we're gonna get plugged in really quick, and then we're gonna show you guys what it looks like, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on how it feels and things like that. So let's jump into it. All right, so pointing the camera down below, as you guys can see, it's kind of a weird angle, but you guys can see that it's a pretty large mouse pad. I actually have to get a new desk. I don't have enough kind of space right here for it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like tuck it under my keyboard, kind of like this. Excuse me. Which I don't think is a big deal. It's going to lift my keyboard on a slight angle, but I don't think that's really a big deal personally. You know, kind of gives a nice little kind of tilt to my keyboard, which may be a little bit more comfortable because I'm weird. I like tilts to things and weird angles, and I don't know. So, but it is large. I'm going to pull it back out just so you guys see the full scope of it again, compared to the, you know, K95 keyboard, which you can't really see the whole thing of. But you can see my little Logitech G Pro kind of sitting in the middle of it. And one thing I'll say is it feels good. It's smooth. It's really silky smooth. It's cloth, but it's not one of those kind of harsh, rough cloths. It's silky smooth cloth. Obviously has more friction than, you know, hard mouse pad would, but I think it feels really nice. It feels really silky smooth in my opinion. And it's soft, man. It's really nice on the hands, you know. A hard mouse pad might get like kind of cold on hands, but this is like, it has a nice softness that really feels good for your hand to kind of rest on, in my opinion. So that said, let me show you guys a better angle of the RGB if I can here. So the RGB, as you guys can see, it looks great. Let me move my mic a little bit out of the way here. There we go. The RGB looks great. Now, it is a little bit bright outside, so it's hard to tell. Ooh, spooky. All right, so we got the lights off. It's nice and dark. Just kind of show you guys. Hopefully, this translates well on YouTube, and it doesn't look all like kind of blotchy and weird, because YouTube compresses video files like mad. But you guys can see it's really nice. It's really bright. The strips are very bright, I guess is the only word I could think of, and it looks good. The only downside, sort of a downside, it's like one of the only cons I can really think of is that there's no RGB in the back, so it's not going to light up the back, kind of like the Corsair. You can't really see it right now. Well, hold on, let me show you guys. The Corsair K95 has the strip on the back, so it kind of lights the back up as well, whereas this doesn't have anything on the back. It's just kind of, I mean, there's a little bit of an edge there on the back, but the rest is just kind of bare. It's not a bad thing. It's just like, if I was going to give like an actual complaint, that'd probably be my complaint for this this mouse pad. But that said, it lights up beautifully, just like the K95. I think it goes great with the K95, and it's a really nice looking mouse pad, and it feels great. All right, so in conclusion, my friends, I think if you guys are looking for an RGB mouse pad, this is one of the better choices out there. I think its biggest competitor is probably the Razer Firefly, which I haven't been able to test out myself. But the reason I think it's, you know, its biggest competitor is that the USB pass-through and little power brick thing is kind of off to the side on the Firefly, whereas on the Corsair MM800, it's directly in the middle, which could be a little bit annoying. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. You can either pass your mouse cable over top of it or to the side of it. Obviously, if you have like a wireless mouse like the G900 by Logitech or something else, that's not going to be an issue, or shouldn't be. Otherwise, it might annoy you a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. But that's probably my biggest complaint about it, is that it's in the middle. It's not off to the side like it is on the Firefly. That said, from what I've seen, I think the RGB pops a little bit more on the MM800 than it does on the Firefly. Again, I mean, that's just from what I've seen. I actually haven't been able to test the Firefly, so it's just kind of my opinion. That said, this mouse pad is great. I've tried the hard one. I've tried the cloth one. If you're into the cloth mouse pads, this is silky smooth, but it has the friction of a cloth mouse pad. So, you know, you're still going to get the best of both worlds, I guess. You're going to have that nice silky kind of feel to it, but you're going to have the friction of a cloth mouse pad. And it's also very soft. If you like hard mouse pads, the hard version is great. It feels silky, like a different kind of silky smooth. Buttery smooth, I guess, is the other word I should use. It feels buttery smooth. It glides like ice, man. It's crazy. It's very smooth. It feels great for a hard mouse pad. So if you guys you know, are looking for an RGB mouse pad, like I said, this is definitely one to truly consider, in my opinion. But if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I'll do my very best to you know, kind of get back to you guys. The cool thing is, like I said before, is if you have any other Corsair products, it syncs with it. So that's nice. The fact that but I personally have the K95, and that now I got the Corsair RGB Mousepad. They sync beautifully together, so I can make the RGB kind of flow between the two and stuff, and that's just kind of a cool thing. That's a little bit of a bonus as well. But yeah, those are my thoughts. And again, obviously, the Mousepad works with the Corsair utility engine software, like every other RGB product by Corsair. So those are my thoughts. Again, if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Let me know what kind of mouse pad you guys have. If you just want a simple mouse pad, the Steel Series QCK is probably your best bet if you don't care about the RGB. But if you want the RGB, I would definitely recommend the Corsair MM800 so far from my experience. So smash the like button, subscribe, the comment, share all the awesome stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video like always. Until next time, game on.